Hello again, everybody. Cliff McWilliams here with Corporatist Nation because what is that? We have not a democracy, but Corporatist Nation. That's what we got. What I want to talk to you a little bit about is the controlled mass media. That's number 6 on the list of 14 characteristics that define a fascist state. And we have the most sophisticated propaganda machine in the history of the world, and that is your CNN, your MSNBC, and even Fox, of course. But the bottom line is these people are paid, say, $7-8 million a year to read teleprompters. Sweet job if you can get it right. And they're there to defend the status quo and deride or ignore anyone who might possibly be working in a political vein to upset the apple cart that is the status quo that the donor class is willing to invest in to protect. And we saw that first with both in 2016, and they said they were going to play fair this time, but of course they're not. We see the donor class and the controlled mass media. What are they doing? First, it was not showing Bernie Sanders at all, or if they were going to put up something negative or twist something. That's what you got. So you should know just by that alone, the person you should be voting for, if you're a Democrat, would be the guy that the media is trying to disparage, ignore, or otherwise trash, because that's the guy that's working for you. And I'm not just talking people who make less than $15 an hour. If you're a physician, a dentist, an engineer, for crying out loud, you're ordinary people. We may be have a higher level of education. We may make a bit more money than the average, and you may think quite highly of yourself, but the fact of the matter is you are ordinary people, but they want to persuade you that you're a little bit better and you should be voting for those tax cuts that you get a little piece, but most of it goes to the really top 1/10 of 1% or the corporations. So the people, whether it's Anderson Cooper, whether it's Joanne Reed, she's really brutal. Bakari Sellers, there's another one. I mean, where did he come from? But he fits a certain demographic, as does Joanne Reed, to persuade people at home that you need to follow us, and we'll tell you what to do. Even Cuomo on CNN. I used to have a little respect for him, but I saw where he went. I mean, none of these people are giving you straight foot. Gloria Borger, my God. I mean, it's just horrendous. Van Jones. Sometimes he says something a little more pertinent, but the fact of the matter is these people are paid to persuade us to go in a certain direction. In fact, they are the boots on the ground of a fascist state that is the United States of America. Look up the 14 characteristics that define a fascist state on Google, and you'll see, and I'm going to put that link to that in the video, and you tell yourself, you're lying to yourself if you don't agree that America meets all 14 of those characteristics that define a fascist state. And yet people get killed in this country too for going off in the wrong direction politically sometimes as well. So D.C. Madam would be one. That's one. Look up what happened to her. But just wanted to point out a few things. And so when you're thinking about Joe Biden, who was pumped endlessly before he announced, the whole time, and then they manipulated the election, the primary elections, by forcing, make no bones about it, forcing Amy Klobuchar out, forcing Petey out, and also you have to look at Look at the records on the exit polls. Sometimes, the numbers are ridiculous, and of course you don't hear a thing about that on your cable news networks, right? Not a thing. Exponentially favoring Joe Biden beyond the standard deviation. So just another piece here that defines the corporatist nation. Again, I'm Cliff McWilliams, and I'm from Corporatist Nation because that is all we've got until you act to change it. And if Joe Biden's the nominee, what I will follow is my own direction, and I hope you will too, and I think a lot of people will stay home, is I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden. I'll vote for, it's going to be 20 other people on that list, but I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden. I met Joe Biden once, talked to him for like 45 minutes, nothing but a bullshitter, used car salesman, and look at his record on YouTube. Lies, left and right. Lies about pinning the medal, a silver star on some guy, completely concocted. Lied about his position graduating from law school endlessly. So this isn't a guy you can trust. I trust Bernie Sanders. Only speaking the facts here, but trust Bernie Sanders. Thank you very much. Let's try and change this corporatist nation back into a democracy. It's in your hands to as much a degree as possible, unless you're voting on touchscreen voting machines. Look at how those things work or don't work for us. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye now. Until next time.